Moving on into Heaven 6. Okay, Heaven 6 is a little bit more complicated than we did with Ecus because now we're going to be crossing the line. So the first thing I'm going to teach you is the chamber. Okay, so you're going to learn a right chamber and then your chamber on the left side. Chambering right, chambering left. Okay, so just bring your sticks out, bring your left hand underneath your right arm pit like that. Okay, right chamber, and then you go work the left chamber, and then back to the right chamber. Work this first just to get comfortable, okay, so you can get the position where you're going to be starting from. Okay, now from my chamber position, I'm going to do an inward strike, and I'm going to bring it over my opposite shoulder. Okay, let's do that again. Inward strike over the opposite shoulder. Then we're going to do a high backhand strike and a high backhand strike. And we're just going to work one side first. So 1, 2, 3. This is a 6-count drill. We're just doing the right side, so that's going to be 3 counts. Inward, backhand, backhand, and then chambered again. Inward over the opposite shoulder, backhand, backhand. One more time. Inward over the opposite shoulder, high backhand, high backhand. Now let's chamber to the left side, okay? Chamber in my left. So I'm putting my right under my left armpit. Same thing as I did on the other side. I go inward over the opposite shoulder, a high backhand and a high backhand strike. Rechamber again. Inward over the opposite shoulder, high backhand and high backhand. One more time. Inward over the opposite shoulder, high backhand, high backhand. Okay, now, how you're going to do this drill is to continue the flow, because what you want to do is do your 6 count like this, right? As I do my inward over the opposite shoulder, high backhand, you're going to strike with this inward, and then you're going to chamber, okay? And you're set up for the other side. Okay, so here I am. We'll start from this side again. I go inward over the opposite shoulder, high backhand. So when you have this, you're ready to strike with your left hand, and as you strike, you're going to chamber. Inward over the opposite shoulder, high backhand. Inward and chamber over the opposite shoulder, high backhand. Inward strike and chamber over the opposite shoulder, high backhand and high backhand. So I'm going to bring Colin in here. We're going to do this together. Okay, so slow. I go inward over the opposite shoulder, high backhand strike. Inward over the opposite shoulder, high backhand strike. Inward over the opposite shoulder, high backhand. Inward over the opposite shoulder, high backhand. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to speed it up a little bit. Okay, so that's your first exercise when we get into our 6 count. It's just that inward strike over the opposite shoulder, high backhand, inward strike over the opposite shoulder, high backhand. That's what we call Heaven 6, because all the sticks are pointing upward.